That's right. Hey, everybody. I'm Christina from Frame Your Feline. Today we have a jam-packed show. We've got tips, we've got hints, and we've got our co-creator, Brian Vermeire, who is also a creative, and that's why we are in the creative corner today with Brian. Hi, Brian.
Oh, wait. There. Now, see.
He's literally like, inches away from me. But
we'll figure that out.
Something really fancy.
There we go. That's
there we go.
That hand over there.
And there is Poppy.
There's Poppy.
Winnie. We are on our third live of the day, so we are asking for our cat's patience.
But welcome everybody. Glad to have you here. We're still kind of figuring out our some technology. Our broadcast bugs are getting figured out, but we're glad you're here with us on Creative Corner. And we are going to discuss some of the images that I was involved with creating, which is a really cool thing. I feel honored to be here. Thank you.
I've got a kitten on my laptop.
And moving the camera. See, this is what happens.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
All right. That is little Holly. She wants to be the star of the show. Right. So for those of you who are joining us, we are Frame Your Feline. We have the coolest, hippest cat shelf on the planet. These are 3D shelves that are like shadow boxes that your cats can perch in. Look how gorgeous Poppy is, even when she's not in front of artwork.
Right.
But the frames are empty, so we need to move on and talk about Brian and his creative process. If you read the opening card, digital creator, photographer extraordinaire. He does it all.
So where did I start off? Well,
yes, Brian, let us know a little bit about you.
So I grew up in New Jersey.
Did you have cats?
I hate no.
Did I hear the hated?
No, I didn't hate it. No.
Did I hear hated?
I was a dog. I grew up a dog guy. Like I grew up, I had a sheepdog, an old English sheepdog growing up. And didn't have any cats because my mom said she was allergic.
Right. With that, we're going to have a sip of our Langer's ginger. That's what we're drinking today. I'm going to give you a little refill.
Thank you.
So your mom was allergic to cats.
I don't know about that. I need to get my mom a cat.
I think she was allergic to the litter box.
I'm going to get my mom a cat for her birthday.
Oh,
next year.
She's going to be so excited.
And she can't do anything about it. So she's watching this.
Ooh.
When you get a cat with a big bow on its neck, I'm going to test to see if you're really allergic. I don't think she's allergic. I just don't think
she's been to our home where we have cats, and she's fine.
I don't. So yeah, we're
no, we want to hear about you. You grew up in New Jersey.
Went to college up in Boston, called Emerson College. Ended up hosting some shows for kids on Family Channel. Look at that. Like there's there.
I gotta get her a snack. So she'll.
What?
Magic. Oh, there I am.
There you are.
I have to reboot. I just need you to give me permission. Like put my camera
let me help you out.
Yeah, don't remove me.
Here we go. No. Here we go. Start up her camera. Okay.
Oh, look, I've got all the girl cats in the house. We've got Holly, we've got Winnie, we've got Poppy.
I'm wondering if we should start over.
No, let's keep going. This is the reality of owning a business. This is the reality of working from home. This is the reality of working with cats. In entertainment, they say, don't work with animals and don't work with children.
Children and animals,
our 6-year-old is in the other room and our 6 cats are right here. Well, we've got 3 out of them.
Now, if we came out with Frame Your Child, Jackson would be behind us on the wall.
Get out of here.
But anyway, neither here nor there. What is Creative Corner about? It's where we kind of discuss with a creative, because we've got lots of creatives.
Creatives are photographers, digital artists, people who do mixed media, where we take their photos of their mixed media product and put it in our artwork panels.
That's about right. And so
amateurs, professionals.
So when we created Frame Your Feline, I've got an ability to do graphic work because that's what I do on the outside.
Our other company, One by Creative, we do logos,
website design,
production.
And so I was like, oh, well, when we came up with the concept and we started creating the product, Frame Your Feline, frameyourfeline.com. If you haven't been to yet, it's all the rage. Cats in frames. Look, they look like pictures. Oh, well, they're right. Yeah, you get it. So I knew I could create some great backdrops, but we needed more, and so we got in touch with other creatives, and then since then we've had other creatives approach us wanting to see their work with cats. So it's always exciting. It's kind of it's a thrill. Kind of new to the photography game myself. I kind of had to think about how when shooting pictures for Frame Your Feline, how would cats look in front of the image? So I had to really kind of play around with the framing of it. Mm-hmm. And so that was a learning curve a little bit. So
we'll talk about that when we get into some of the artwork panels.
Correct. Okay. So
if you go to our website, frameyourfeline.com.
Here, I'm going to go to our website.
Okay.
Here we go. Check this out, you guys. Look, we've got technology. We can do this. Let me share screen. And here we go. Here's
our beautiful website.
There we are. Okay, so that's our site. I went into the artwork panels section. Here we go.
We'll get there.
Here we go. So
today what we're going to do is we're going to bounce around the different categories that we have images that we've printed up that Brian has contributed as a creative. And he's going to give us a little bit of story about where they were shot or how they were made.
Yeah.
And some feedback and some tips.
See, now we're cooking with gas, right? You guys. Now we got the show rolling.
We may have to change that phrase.
Cooking with electric. Cooking with electricity. All right. So if you'll notice, I went up to artwork panels in the navigation on our website, frameyourfeline.com, and aquatic life. So if I go down, you'll see some really awesome images.
Jellyfish, some watercolors. Janine Kalini, who we had on last week as a creative, she contributed those. But last July, we took a field trip. Where did we go?
We went to the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, California. And I had my Canon. I didn't have the best iPhone. The iPhones now are comparable to my big old Canon.
Holly is doing an impersonation of a bobcat.
Here, let me.
So I can put one in.
Okay. So this one here is called Golden Boy. And what's really neat about this is it was a photograph, and I'm going to pull it up on the computer.
Yeah, it's probably better that way.
I had taken this photo and then I manipulated it through graphic design that I do. So it looks like a drawing. It's really amazing. Let me see if I can show the full screen to you guys on this. There we go. So you see there's Golden Boy, and it looks like it's hand drawn. If you go really close and look at it, it looks like somebody drew it. And so that was
that in the big tank in the entryway?
It was.
Okay.
It was like one of the first fish we saw.
And the tank was like 30 feet tall. It was incredible.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, you should know on our website, you can flip through the images and you'll see, there we go.
The technique.
A closer look at the illustration effect applied by the artistry of AI. That stands for what?
Artificial intelligence.
Right. And so if we go, you can also see every
frame style. So we have gold, we have silver, we have traditional and cherry wood. And if you join us next week, we have a special announcement.
And there's with a cat inside.
Aww,
look at that.
Look at that.
Isn't that cool? So beautiful. So that is Golden Boy. Let me show you now with that up in the frame here live. Right. Let me go to, there we go. Let me go to you, Christina.
Let me see if am I blocking? Oh no, Holly's right behind you. You can see her. Oh, there she is.
Oh, look, she's like hanging.
She's like a bobcat.
The side.
So people ask us, like, did the cats just jump in and out? We're like, no. It's a super highway. Yes, they can get lots of activity in their catification, as you call it. But cats, they like to sleep in the feline frames. They like to perch. Holly and her bonded brother, they like to cuddle. So they just hang out in these all day, all night.
At night,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. and so then there is this.
Which is so colorful.
Okay. I just want to get in close because the colors on this are wild. And this was taken, I'm going to go to full screen on me so you can take it all in. But this is called Constellation Pool. And the colors, when I saw this, I was like, I got to take a picture of this. Here you go, Christina.
I know. Hold on. Holly's about to jump up.
So this is Constellation Pool. This is in the aquatic life area. Let me go now to, let me show.
There we go.
Let me show Christina's
Poppy
camera.
is anxiously awaiting her artwork.
There we go. And these images are interchangeable. So they pop in and out real easy. Less than 10 seconds. There you go.
Look how gorgeous that is. And you don't need to have two of them on your wall. You can have this in an apartment. If you go to our Instagram page, we have lots of videos of people who are in smaller spaces. We've just created this larger space to have kind of a cat superhighway.
Yeah.
And there's Poppy.
And there's Poppy hanging out with Constellation Pool. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that awesome? Let me go back to the site. Let me go back to here. And again, that was, if I go back to aquatic life and let me go to Constellation Pool.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
So colorful. And it was cool. It's this little like tide pool you can put your finger in, pet the starfish. And Winnie is actually sitting on what is the bottom of every frame. These, we also sell cat shelves. So if you want your aesthetic of the frames and the shelves to match and be cohesive, give everybody a little moment to take a look at this. So this is a grooved, carpeted cat shelf. It's on the bottom of every feline frame. The cats love to just scratch at it, have at it. We do sell replaceable carpet pieces, but we've had 7 cats on these cat frames for about 3 years now, and we've yet to replace it. You will find like whiskers and treats and cat nail shards on here. I like to just take the Zoom broom once a month, give it a little pass by, and then vacuum it up. So it looks really, really lovely. And made with premium wood. Someone on TikTok said, oh, I can do that. I can make it out of a particle board. We're like,
no,
it's not going to be very safe. And anyway, you should know this is high quality premium wood.
There you go. Good stuff.
All right. So
what are we talking about?
The aquatics category. What's next, Brian?
So the next category is, let's jump into bar.
Oh, yes.
Bar. And I'm going to share my screen here. So this is the bar category in the artwork panels, and we have got a lot of cool images in here. I think this is one of my favorite categories.
Brian has contributed a lot to these. Brian, what do you do when you're not doing all of this on stage?
Oh, yeah. Well, I do stand-up comedy.
And so that definitely plays into such images like Meow Teeny Time.
Meow Teeny Time, Whiskers and Whiskey. I'm going to jump it. I'm going to show this actually.
Okay. Can I switch this one in then?
Well, I'm going to show that. Okay. Yeah. You go ahead and you can switch that in because then we'll talk about it. Let me go full screen on this. So this is Whiskers and Whiskey. And the labels are a lot of fun. I'm going to show you guys. So this is on a cask, right? And there's a stogie there, and somebody's enjoying some of this whiskey. And if we zoom in on the label, it says real tuna flavor, Whiskers and Whiskey from cask to cat-tastic. Avoid chasing laser dots and mice when chasing whiskey. So it's kind of humorous. If somebody just sees it on your wall, they think it's, oh, that's a nice photo. But then if they read the label, yeah, it gets a little more interesting. So we've got that. I'm going to show one other one, and then we'll go into what Christina just put up there. Feline Fine Red Wine.
That's a very popular one.
So this is a fun one, and if we look at the label, it says Cabernet Sauvignon, Los Gatos, California. So what does Los Gatos mean?
The cat.
The cats. Catnip infused feline fine red wine, and the colors on this panel is really beautiful because there's a burning fire in the background.
The gallery gold really does like pick up the colors.
Yeah, it's a freshly cut loaf of bread. Some grapes. Can't you just hear the crackling of the fire? This is a beautiful.
Needless to say, you've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is fun. And then there's a cat on the inside. Oh, isn't that cute? So, but the one that you just put up there, let me hop back to, I'm going to go to you.
Okay.
So that you can see if you move your head a little.
There's Poppy in the traditional cherry wood with the Meow Teeny Time.
Right. So if you like martinis, then the Meow Teeny Time artwork backdrop is for you.
We should ask Poppy, do you like gin or vodka in your martini, Poppy, huh? What do you like?
She's like, I like tuna juice. Black tuna.
There we go.
Excellent. So back to us.
Yes.
All right. So
another category, because we just have one of your bar ones printed.
That's fine. So we'll go to, let me go, what the what the heck? Okay.
They're doing what cats do. Jump around.
Colors. We're going to talk about colors. Colors is another category. Let me hop over here. So this is on our website, Colors. And you know, sometimes just nice pops of color. You can see that we have some watercolors. We've got tie-dye here. We've got gradients and then solid background colors. So yeah, I had my hand in doing all of these pretty much except for the watercolors. That's from an artist named Janine Collini.
We had on last week.
Yep. But let me just show you, like cyan, for instance, you know, having a solid blue backdrop, you know, really kind of makes your cat pop and stand out. And if your cat has blue eyes, that really makes them pop in the frame. So yeah, this is a cat in the contemporary silver frame with the cyan back artwork panel. And so we have the magenta. So we've got magenta here live. So let me go back to colors. Let me just show you on here. That's magenta. And you can't, this is so Right. Now gonna jump to me. Here we go. And so the ring light is kind of dampening. The colors are really outstanding. And a cat in front of that, boom, gorgeous.
And actually, I'm gonna get Jolly, Holly's brother, who is a tuxedo. He's right around the corner.
All right, go for it.
It's a great example. Here we go. Here's Flying Jolly, and if you have a rescue and you need to take adoption pictures and you want a great place for your cat to be perched in or sitting in, but you want a nice color behind them, Jolly, or a little tuxedo. And now I have to get a sister because I put her in the bathroom.
I heard a cat meowing.
Because she's nothing on the camera, so.
Well, let me hop back to the screen here so you can see them in the frames there, but I'm gonna go back over to this. Here we go. And so, again, once it's in a frame, and your cat is there, it just really makes your cat pop. Can't do better than that. It's just absolutely beautiful. The colors are amazing. We also have a gradient here. Let me show you guys the gradient. So let me come back to you. Here we go. And so this is it's got like a bluish purple pink gradient. And if we go back to here.
Here you go, Poppy. She's so patient. Look at her.
That is our gradient number 3. Gradient number 3. There we go. Aw, right. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
And then the next category.
So we got the magenta and the gallery gold. We've got gradient number 3 in the traditional cherry wood. And then you got Winnie right in between.
Look at them. Oh my gosh,
that.
They look gorgeous.
Okay. So
but they will sleep and hang over and we'll do all kinds of things. Jump in and out, chase each other. They're cats.
They are. They're cats. All right.
Gosh, I don't even want to sit down. I just want to stand here and admire them.
You can. All right. Well, let's get to the next category. I'm going to swing back over here to our website. I'm going to go to artwork panels, holidays and seasons.
So this is a new piece of yours, Brian.
Well, right.
That hasn't.
Before we get into mine, just so everyone knows, we've got a lot of St. Patrick's Day backdrops for you to choose from. I mean,
they're really fun. Leprechauns.
If you want to see your cat with green beer, I mean, come on.
Gold.
Right. Horseshoes, 4-leaf clovers, shamrocks, you name it, they're here. But we do have a new holiday, and also inside the holidays, Valentine's Day, and we Christmas, Thanksgiving.
My birthday.
Yeah.
No, my birthday.
Halloween is huge. We've got a lot of Halloween. Halloween tends to sell all year round, which is kind of interesting. People love their cat with bats, their cat with pumpkins, or a mummy head. Look at that. All right. So, but we have this category. I'm going to come back to me. Here we go. So we've got Easter coming up. And so you will see Easter very, 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 very soon up on the site for you to choose from. But I'm going to give you a sneak peek. This is called Decorated Eggs, or it might just be called Eggs or Easter eggs, you name it. But isn't that a beautiful photo? Isn't that cool? You can see the shine on the eggs. Now, Christina spent all day painting eggs.
I did. I should get co-creative credit.
But that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, we talk a lot about like the pet outfits. that people get at like Petco, PetSmart, whatever name
Dollar
Tree, whatever store you like going to for your pet. But they always sell those outfits for the holidays, right? And it's like, what cat likes wearing those outfits? It's like cruel. They always fall over. At least all of our cats have, or you put it on and then all of a sudden they just kind of like.
Yeah, I was reading something about the reason why they do that, because it pinches something
nerve
here in their armpit area. Yeah, and it like triggers them to collapse.
Really?
So yeah, because I was like, why? When I put a dress on Winnie, she walks around for a little while and then Poppy put a dress on her, and like 1 second later she's just on the ground. So. For those of you who have mastered the art of dressing your cat, good for you. But we have a better way, we think, to just let them have peace and take a beautiful photo at the same time.
There you go. Okay, so anyway, Easter will be coming up. That's holidays and seasons up on the site. And let me go now to our next category. Ooh, let me go here. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Next category.
Dun, dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun. Let's go to nature. Nature has like flowers, insects. Look at that spider. Now, what was I involved with in these images? What do you think I had anything to do with? I wish I had something to do with the spiky spider, but no, that was Mike Powell, who we just had on a Creative Corner session a couple of weeks ago. He actually took this picture on the hood of his car.
Wow.
And the spider looks absolutely huge. You'd think that's like
scary.
You'd think it was the size of a crab or something, but no, it's like really tiny, really tiny. But what a great picture. The reflection of the spider underneath is like, I mean, wow, what a great photo. Some of his photos, I'm always like, he should enter contests because he's got amazing images. But I took, let's go down here. Let's start with this one. Almond Grove in Bloom. Almond Grove in Bloom.
So do you remember where that location was, Brian?
Yeah, so we went to Bakersfield, California for the day. It was a family adventure. Mm-hmm. And this is an image of an almond grove that's blooming. All of that is flowers. And look up here in the upper corner. You see the sunlight popping in. It's just really great. So let's take a look at this live. Let me come back over to
I think it looks better when you show it off the website.
Well, yeah, because you can actually because it's
distorted here.
Well, the O-ring.
Yes.
Let me go back here. So here is and look how big this is. By the way, 18 inches by 23 inches long. So it's like 2 feet by 1.5 feet. These are big oversized prints. And the colors are really brilliant in these. It's hard with all the O-ring lights going off, but this is such a gorgeous picture. This is when I was really understanding on the best way to shoot a picture for Frame Your Feline. Because it's all about positioning. That's what I've kind of come to realize is that you need you want to leave a lot of like lower third space for ground. So that way when a cat is sitting or sleeping or laying down in the image, you're still getting all of the bloom in this image, plus the sunshine peering through. And so, now when I'm taking pictures specifically for Frame Your Feline, I'm always really careful about the framing. It's not your traditional photo. It is slightly different, slightly more ground for the cat positioning. So there you go.
Here we are.
In case you were wondering, that's what I'm thinking about when I take the picture.
Go to our website if you want to show them where people can submit if you want to join.
Yeah, if you want to become a creative member and then get interrogated by us through Creative Corner, one of these shows, let me go to our website so you can see. Let me go over here. We've got cats, we've got websites. If you, it would be nice if I showed the screen. Hold on, here we go. So if you go to About, join the creative community, and then it's here where you'll just put your name and info and then submit the form. And then we will reach out to you and then kind of have you in the group
and
of creatives.
And if you decide it's a good fit for you, not only do we offer PR opportunities like doing lives with us, but we also highlight your website or where people can buy your images and your other social media platforms. And we even have a little tip jar. So if you really love somebody's art and you want to help foster their hobby or their profession, you can leave a little tip for them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it.
So back to nature and almonds.
Back to nature. So let me go back to our site. I'm going to go to nature. Okay. So I took this long view of almond grove in bloom, but I went in and I took close-up shots of the almond blossoms because the flowers are really pretty. The whites and the bright pinks and the
flower petals just falling off.
Right.
There.
And so there was this one, and we've got a couple branches. It's so nice to see your cat surrounded by beautiful flowers. But then there's this almond blossom bee. Look at that. And see this bee just, it's devouring some nectar. And let me hop over to you. Christina's got it. I'm going to go to her camera here.
No, but you're going to hold it because here comes Holly. Holly.
Or here. We'll go to
You're just really... Holly, you're being so good today.
But the bee is so clear and crisp. And I have a major phobia of bees. And but I sweated out for you to get this photo. I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, please don't sting me.
And this is true because, I think he was about to ask the beekeepers that were in the area installing bee boxes.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your, I would say costume, but can I borrow your wardrobe? Because I'm afraid of these things.
So that is a really
look at Poppy. She's so excited.
That's
so nice.
That is a great image. I have to tell you, your cat is completely safe with this frame. They will not get stung, and we guarantee it. We guarantee it. Now, if there's a real bee in your house, I can't guarantee that. But this bee in that photo will not sting your cat. That is for sure. So let me go back over here. I want them to see that in the frames themselves. Hang on.
The little kitty that we have.
Here we go. So this is the gallery gold. And
right now, Poppy's in the traditional cherry wood.
Cherry wood. And then the contemporary silver. Oh, there we go. Gray cat looking down at the bee. What is that? Oh my God. Now, granted, the bee is about half the size of the cat, right? Or a third of the size. But gorgeous, gorgeous image. Love it. So
I actually want to jump to a different category that's not alphabetical because you were talking about the perspective of the grove and having more ground space.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the one you shot over near Bloom Farm.
Okay, so that would be in roads, streets, and paths.
So we're really lucky. We live in Southern California, and there are some beautiful places that are not far from where we live. And we were en route to a peach farm, peach and pear farm, and Brian captured this gorgeous.
So here, let me hop back over here.
Which I think adds to the high comedy of some of the pieces in Frame Your Feline.
So here we go. This is called On the Tracks. It is a really gorgeous image. The clouds, the sky setting, and the tracks. So again, we were talking about shooting photography specifically for Frame Your Feline. And I got down low. Christina was the one who urged me to get this picture quick.
I'm the driver. I'm like, look, shoot that.
Of course,
go shoot this. Go shoot that. Shoot this.
Of course, Christina drove and pulled over to safety. I was the one who had to go on the tracks. I literally went on the tracks. I squatted down.
But I will say there is a crossing here with warning lights. I wasn't just like throwing you on the tracks. Okay.
But I got down low, and you'll notice again, I have a nice amount of room in the lower third of the image. So that way when a cat lays down, stands up, or just hangs out there, you're getting that illusion that they're on the literal tracks of the train. And that's what's great about road, streets, and paths is it's an illusion within an illusion. If you take a picture of your cat in the frame,
there's Poppy.
In front of that.
She's a damsel in distress.
Here, let me hop to yours.
Somebody save her.
Let me hop to your screen. There we go. So she is on the tracks, and she's having a little nibble. Is it snack time?
Well, we're shooting this early afternoon. Our boy cats are all sleeping, and our girl cats are up for treats.
Yeah.
But again, with Frame Your Feline, you don't have to train your cat to jump into the frame or hang out on the shelves. It's just a natural fit. They just love to climb and jump. Holly, you're going to show everybody the wrong part of you. Aw.
So I'm going to hop to that on the website.
Okay.
Let me show you guys. Here we go. So as you can see, here's another example. I remember taking these and knowing, okay, well, I really want my lower third of the image to allow for the cat to lay down, and you still get that effect that they're there. Like this one is called Desert Highway. This is a popular one.
And this is out by the Poppy Preserve.
This was shot. Yeah, this was shot down by the Poppy Reserve, and that sunset is gorgeous, and you can see the tire marks.
Yeah,
they really came through on this. But the gold frame really just picks up those colors in the image. All of them work really, really well.
What do you like better, though? Do you like being behind the computer doing the digital artistry, or do you like getting out and shooting things?
Well, anything to get me away from the computer, I think is like, to me, that's winning. So going out and actually shooting the image is awesome. But then when coming home and then going through the images and going, oh, that's like the perfect shot.
And we do this as a family too. We have a 6-year-old that we take out on these little field trips with us.
Yeah, totally. So yep. So that is Desert Highway. So let's go now to our next category, I think. We go to artwork panels. Now,
signs?
Yeah, let's do signs, flags, and symbols. And we've got happy birthday, so you can celebrate your cat's birthday in style.
Happy birthday to Meow.
Yeah, to Meow, yeah. But we have got lots of different signs. Some of these signs have this
Here we go. She's between the laptop and the camera.
Have this neon.
Okay, can you hold the camera for a second?
It doesn't matter. It's not even on me.
Oh, so, it's not. No. Okay. Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Holly,
we're having cat issues. The cats
she wants to be everywhere.
And so we've got American flags. We've got for different services, thin blue line. We've got the gold line for dispatchers, military. So if you have somebody that is a first responder, we've got a perfect backdrop for them and their cat. But I was involved with creating these catitudes. See the catitude? We have it in blue and pink. Originally, we had it in pink only. And then somebody was asking for it in blue. So we did it in blue too. So we do take requests. Let me hop to your camera, Christina. Okay. Which one do we have here?
Catitude.
What color?
Pink.
All right, here we go. What's really, let me hop to my camera.
I think it's is backwards and one is.
Mine is a little more clear, I think, but you'll notice there's this cement texture background, the neon sign. And if your cat has attitude, that means they've got catitude, which means you need this backdrop for them. So you can see your cat. Your cat could give off the vibe with that in the background. Christina just popped it over. What do you think? Is Poppy going to go in?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She's looking at me.
She's staying on the tracks. She does not want to budge. Oh, and that's another neon sign. Americat Patriot. And this is great. If your cat loves to be patriotic, then this is
your cat is a good American. If you watch the Cat Crazy channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cat Crazy channel, Petra has, this is one of the artwork panels that she has.
Yeah, the Cat Crazy channel, check them out.
Great tips for taking care of your cat, getting to know your cat, getting to know cat breeds.
And this has a nice brick background to it. That's cool. Awesome. All right.
She is not moving.
She
says she's an Americat.
Look at this.
Cat
doesn't even move.
Ever faithful. And that's the thing. When we first installed these, I was always very careful about sliding the artwork panels in. I would mostly just wait until a cat wasn't in the frame. But they don't care. They're ruthless. They just sit there and let me do the work.
Yeah. No.
She doesn't run around. She's not nervous.
Yeah, the images will not fall because they are actually held in. There's a little lip.
There she is.
Here.
My ever faithful, rescued from the Palmdale Animal Care Center.
Let me hop back to us. Here we go. A little side by side. There we go.
There you go.
All right. So what else do we have left?
Oh, we have a couple more signs.
Signs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I think we're going to wrap it
I'm going
up.
to pull up the website.
Yep. Let me pull it up on the website.
We have signs and sports. So,
okay.
Signs.
Yeah. So
flags. Let's talk about all the flags that we have.
Yeah, I did a little bit about first responders. Let me show the. Oh, you've got it up on the screen. There it is. I thought I was showing my screen, but no, there you are. So that is celebrating those who work in law enforcement. Thin blue line. We have. Let me hop onto our site so you can see that we've got tons of flags to choose from.
And we did the flags because a lot of these first responders have their week or their month. And if you have someone in your family that you want to show appreciation for, or you're just very grateful, like I am to firefighters especially,
oh, brother.
You can honor them for as long as you want. Hey, I was in a fire on Christmas Eve when I was little, rescued from the 3rd floor. So there's definitely a connection.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so, and we of course have the regular American flag in there as well. This one's a fun one. Let me just show this before we move on. But this has our logo, famous cat face.
I think Clea the Bengal and Maria the Caddis. She's a Maine Coon. They have this piece.
That's as the stars.
Or they have it in pink or something. They have it in pink?
I can't recall.
Can't remember. So many orders.
But there we go.
I know I've seen it recently.
Look at that. Your cat can look. Your cat can look like they're in that movie Patton, right? Isn't that it? Where he comes out and there's the big stars and stripes behind him. The beautiful, beautiful backdrop there and the artwork panels. Let's go to the last. This one.
The bright one.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you're like Christina's dad, who has a cat and is also a hippie at heart.
A hippie forever.
A hippie forever.
Was it the original Woodstock?
You will love our tie-dye. We have...
Oops, it's upside down.
There we go. Wait, let me hop over to Christina because we've got one in the house here. There you go.
There you go. Colors on this are gorgeous, vibrant.
They pop. Here, let's pop it on my screen. Okay. Here we go. Bing. Look at that. Big, bold, brilliant, colorful. Your cat will look amazing. And let's now slide that in, Christina. Here we go. Boom.
And we have versions of the tie-dye one also.
Yeah, let me go onto the website. Back to the website. You can see we've got the symbol, but with other symbols around the symbol. Symbols around symbols, right? So if we go to here, we call this peace symbol hippie, right? So we've got the peace sign, the dove, the wagon, right?
VW.
Right? VW. Bus, that's what it is.
I'm gonna get a bus.
And then the guitar. And it's like you can't go wrong with any one of the frames with the tie-dye. And then there's, of course, a cat laying down and chilling out and enjoying lots of catnip.
Yes.
Lots of catnip.
Meowie catnip.
Meowie catnip. And we also have the same idea with a peace hand. These are more, this tie-dye here is more of like the purple, yellows, and greens in this one.
Yeah.
But they're all just awesome.
You can fit your design aesthetic or whatever colors you
right.
prefer a little bit more of.
So now, where are we at now, Christina?
We have our very last category that you've been a
last
creative contributor to.
Last category.
And thank you guys for watching this long. Be sure to check out frameyourfeline.com. We have a big announcement next week. We will be doing a live next week too, but we have a big announcement. So if you want to be the first one to know, make sure you join our newsletter.
Yes. So
without further ado,
the last category. We are heading into March. We're headlonging.
We're a day away.
Headlonging into March. Here we go. So what sport do you think of for March? Not baseball. That would be April. March. It's time for March Madness. And I'm thinking basketball. This has a great story behind taking this picture here. We were out and about. And
we went to a lilac farm.
We went to a park. Oh. In fact, if you go to the website, wait, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to go to the website. Wait for it. Here we go. So I'm in the sports category on the website, and this picture here, No Place Like Home plate, that was taken at the same park the same day. And in fact, I believe this was too. Different backboard, but Majestic Court. But this was not the same day. Pardon me. This and this were the same day. Okay. So
it was a very hot day.
Yeah, this was a hot day. I remember taking these, but this Hoop and Sky, there was a kid playing basketball by himself.
Shoot some hoops.
Which is kind of sad.
Aww.
It's like me going to a tennis court and a guy playing by himself. I don't know how that works. But anyway, he was just shooting around, and it was hot. And I had to take this photo. And there's a reason why, and I'll show you in a second. But I had to interrupt his game playing, shooting by himself. I said, hey, can I take a picture of this hoop real quick? And he looked at me all dumbfounded, like, I guess, why? You know, like, what a weird random thing. And I pull out my Canon, my big camera. So already he's thinking I'm some weirdo because I'm not using my cell phone to take a photo. I'm using like a real camera. And I again, this is one of those, I purposely shot upwards where I knew if a cat was standing or sitting, it would feel like you're almost like under them taking a photo, like kind of shooting up and getting that hoop and behind them. And so the reason why I had to take it, and I don't think you knew this until I pointed it out to you, was
I was chasing our, at the time, maybe 4-year-old.
If you look closely at the hoop, I'm circling it right now, there is a sticker on the backboard of a cat hugging or cradling a basketball.
Aww.
I had to take this. I was like, oh, it's meant to be. It has to happen. And so we did that. And it's a great backdrop. Let me go through the different frame styles with this image.
And look at Poppy, though. Look at her. She's like ready to...
Oh, wait. I'll hop to her in 1 second. But here's with this cat looking down at it, right? But let's go to our cat right now. Here we go, Christina. Can you point to her?
Look at Poppy.
She's shooting some hoops.
She's ready for a game.
She's shooting hoops. I'm going to come to my camera, and I'm going to actually see if I can see her, too. There we go. Aww. Yeah, it's focused on me. But, hey. But, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed shooting that. There's just so much. There's so much out here in California to shoot. There is never a dull moment when we go out to, like, take pictures for Frame Your Feline. But again, if you are a creative person, and let me tell you, I am no pro photographer. Am I? Am I now a professional photographer?
People have purchased your art.
Because people have purchased my work, so maybe
you have to enter a few competitions. Maybe
is that it? Is that maybe I should write a book too on photography. Maybe I'll do that.
Photographing your cat.
But I've learned a lot. Maybe, maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit. I'm trying to downplay it a bit because it's not what I do all the time. Like Mike Powell, who's a creative for us. I mean, you talk about talent. That guy takes
He's been around the world shooting wildlife and buildings.
He shoots award-winning stuff. Like, he's amazing.
And he's very humble, too. He's like, oh, no.
Yeah, I've never met a photographer like, oh, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best. Yeah. Maybe Ann Leibovitz. Is that who would probably go, yeah, no one can beat me. Right? But I love taking pictures. I love doing it for Frame Your Feline and knowing how, in my head, when I'm taking the picture, how it will look with a cat in front of it. I think that's like kind of a cool thing going on. But I also like doing the graphic art work too on the computer for cats.
Yeah. Well,
I
don't have it. I mean, people write to us. They're like, how many panels do I need? We're like, well, you do get 2 free with your order, but you could do it seasonally. You could do it quarterly. You could do it weekly. You could do when it's ever national, whatever day, or just for holidays. It could just be a regular photo that just fits your design aesthetic. That's the beauty of it being interchangeable. You're not locked into one art piece. And for us, because we have all the different frame styles, it's kind of neat to see how it looks with the hoop shot.
Yeah.
How it looks, in the gallery gold, how it looks in the traditional cherry wood, how it looks with the contemporary silver. So there's like just some cool versatility. Change the frame style, change the cat.
Yeah, frames are interchangeable. The artwork panels are interchangeable, and the cats are interchangeable too.
If you have 6 like us.
Yeah, if you have more than one cat, you could swap one cat in, get the other cat in, yeah. So you're not locked into any one cat, okay?
And before we wrap up, I just wanted you to touch base on the installation why you're installing it like a little bit higher.
Oh.
The whole perspective, because we didn't talk about that in the other lives.
I know. I think we're going to do one specific show, or I'm going to shoot a specific video. I think maybe that might be a better way. It could be a real quick 5-minute tutorial. Mm-hmm. Doesn't even need to be 5 minutes. Here's the secret. So what's so great about Frame Your Feline is the illusion. Like when you install this at your house, we have a way of doing it where you want to have it eye line. You want to attach it to your wall where the center of the image is at your eye line. So this is
a poster, and that is essentially the center of the frame.
Right. So you would attach this to the wall when you're installing, And just make sure it's even got a built-in level there. So that way it'll always remain, it'll be straight when you attach it to your wall. But you want the eye line, you want the center of the artwork at your eye line. Because that way, when your cat is in the frame and you're just walking by and you see, it looks like your cat is actually a piece of art. We've had friends come over to our place and we maybe failed to mention what we were doing when we were creating these.
Yeah.
And their brains exploded because they're like, wait, why is your art moving? Like what, and then they see the three-dimensional aspect of it and go, oh, this is crazy. No one's ever seen it before.
But we have some install videos here on the Frame Your Feline channel where I talk about the fact that I am 5'5.5" and Brian is 6'2", and how we don't have it way up high. We don't have it way down low. We kind of split the difference. So in like our kitchen, like sometimes I'll just stand on a little stool if I'm going to try to take the best absolute picture of the cats, because Brian's just a little bit taller. So we put just a little bit higher.
Right. So yeah. And then taking a picture of your cat in the frame. If you step back about 5 feet, 5 to 6 feet, I would say, and you're at eye line and your cat is just standing there looking at you, it's amazing. Our cats are always like
look, she hasn't even moved. Look, she's like she loves me so much.
Well, because and look, and you notice the positioning, right? The hoop is all there and everything. Now this would be a great picture for me to take it with my camera of the cat in the frame with the hoop, and it looks like their cat is. It looks like the cat is in the picture, and that's what is so thrilling.
And that was the funny thing when we launched. People were like, I don't get it. It's a picture of a cat in a frame. And we're like, no, it's a picture of a living cat in a frame. It's not like you just took a picture of your cat and then we digitally put your cat in the frame.
I think that was the biggest hurdle.
And the taxidermy.
Yeah, that was.
Somebody thought it was like when your cat dies, you stuff it and put it in a frame.
No.
We were like, no, it's not that either. So.
Well, you could do that.
I mean,
but I don't know. Yeah, that was the biggest hurdle, right? Was educating people and saying, yeah, no, that's a living cat. They look at that. Look, hello.
She's like falling asleep, standing up. I'm her person, just so you know. She just she's not looking at Brian. She's looking at me. Hi, Papa. You're so tired.
All right.
We're going to wrap this up. We want to thank you guys for joining us today on Frame Your Feline's Creative Corner, where we got to meet this guy who we've already introduced before, but we got to get to know Brian Vermeire, our co-creator and our co-founder and creative.
I can't wait to see your interrogation moment. I can't wait for that to happen, which will be soon.
That'll be done.
Because Christina is responsible for work on Frame Your Feline
I just came back from the East Coast, so I have some amazing images of the East Coast that have to be on the website before I do my live.
Okay.
So
all right. So we'll do that. We'll do that.
Cool. Maybe,
And cheers again.
All right, cheers. Thanks everybody for joining us.
And we'll see you next time on the next Creative Corner. We are doing a live next week.
But it's not with a creative.
It's called Perfect Partners. And you will see that is already scheduled on our site in the live section.
So we hope you'll join us.
Until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Meow for now.
Take care.
Bye.